Hey, welcome back to the pod. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite influencer, actually. It's Emma Chamberlain. For those of you who don't know, she started off on YouTube and, she's doing a podcast now. She's been to the Met Gala, hosted, done bunch of red carpets, done a lot of different brand deals, so probably seen her face elsewhere besides just her YouTube channel, and she even has her own coffee company, so you've probably seen her name at your local Whole Foods or any other grocery store you can think of. So I wanted to talk about her today because I think that her journey is very inspiring, and I just really appreciate how she's kind of remained the same throughout the years. I mean, she's been on YouTube in the social media world for, what do you think, like probably 5 years now. And I mean, it's kind of weird because, I might be biased because I wasn't, present during that time. But a lot of people I've noticed aren't really rocking with her, especially with her podcast, because they think that she's just changed. And I mean, obviously, if she started YouTube 5-6 years ago, she's not going to be the same person that she is today. Like, I just hate when people act like that. I hate when people act like they themselves don't change. But anyways, her podcast is actually very great, and she brings on a bunch of different guests, and the topics are topics that a lot of people I think could find interest in. She dives deep, and she's pretty philosophical, which is surprising because, especially when she first started off on YouTube, it's kind of like a bunch of, silly, like gaggy content, just her being herself. But I also appreciate it because she's an example of how, you can be one thing, but also be several other things all at once. You can be the silly, goofy girl who, doesn't take a lot seriously, but when the time is right and you want to get into it, you can talk about serious things and you can make sense and you can be interesting in that regard too. So, she has come a long way too. I mean, it's actually pretty insane. She's been on red carpets and she's kind of, I guess, found her way into the mix of, I guess, celebrities, which is pretty cool. But mainly, I really appreciate the fact that she's been authentic from the beginning. She's built her brand on her just being 100% herself, and I feel like that's something that you don't really see a lot these days. And whether you realize it or not, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, you can tell when someone's being authentic and true to themselves. And Emma Chamberlain is that. She also just has an overall addicting personality. Well, she also just has a very addicting personality. She's funny, she's witty, she's charming, and she's really a wild card. You never really know what you're going to get, which is fun, even in her content. I found out about Emma a little bit later on. I forget how. I think it might have been her being at the Met, so boo, kind of lame. Found her when probably a lot of other people found her, but can't say that because she's had millions of viewers for years, but I personally am very late. But as when I go to her YouTube channel, I can see how her content has changed a lot, and I also appreciate how she hasn't taken down any of her older videos. So it's like, the audience can just come and really see her grow and just see her journey. And I think that, now, she's making content that's a little bit more cinematic. She's moved away from the funny edits a little bit and kind of gotten to, some travel vlogs. And she obviously loves fashion, and I appreciate that too, because I'm a fellow fashion lover myself. But yeah, so I found her a little bit later. But so far, I've been really enjoying her content. And, her podcast is called Anything Goes. And I think you guys should check it out. It's on Spotify. Definitely go watch that. And she also just seems like a really good person. She has her coffee company, which I think the fact that she has a coffee company is, again, it goes back to her being authentic, because in her earlier videos, it's clear that she loves coffee. She's always drinking it and just high on the damn coffee. So the fact that she turned that love into a company that's functional and profitable, it's really inspiring, And also, I think she's a really good person because she doesn't cash out of her coffee company. I don't know what exactly she does with the money, but she doesn't take a salary, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of people will do that, okay? A lot of times when people get fame and money, they won't get greedy and they just want more and more of it. But as she's gotten more famous and gotten more money, she just seems to be the same Emma, which I just really appreciate. I just really do. And which is why she's my favorite influencer. To me, an influencer is what the word means. You influence. And if you're a good influencer, then you make a good influence on other people. I never really got hip to influencers being like, getting in front of the camera and looking cute, and that's why they influence, because it's like, hey, I'm cute, everybody look at me. I don't know. Again, with her content, a lot of times she came onto the camera looking like boo boo, but she didn't give a fuck, and I appreciate that. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so she has a successful coffee company. Love that. Very fitting to her personal brand. And it just really goes to show how self-made she really is. And I also appreciate that she stays in her own lane. It just seems like she's created this entire world where she isn't dependent on anyone. She works with the brands she wants to. She goes about her art as she sees fit, which is just a true boss to me. It's very inspiring. It's hard to, stay sort of more so like independent and not, have to rely on all these different outside sources besides yourself. So yeah, I've been a fan since I found her, and I wanted to talk about it today. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about this young lady, but if you don't, you should definitely check her out. That's it for this podcast. I just wanted to get on here and talk about how much I freaking love Emma Chamberlain. For sure. Until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.